Trump attacks NBC and ABC networks, wants FCC to revoke their license. This is a pretty heavy statement to be making, to revoke a license despite a very high popularity and according to many, among the greatest 8 months in presidential history. ABC and NBC fake news, two of the worst and most biased networks in history, give me a 97% bad stories. If that is the case, they are simply an arm of the Democratic Party and should, according to many, have their licenses revoked by the FCC. I would be totally in favor of that because they are biased and untruthful, an actual threat to democracy. MAGA. Tom, your thoughts on this?
So when you say it that way, I wish the president had mentioned equal time. President, I thought, did a really good job on the flag burning, mentioning inciting riots, because that's a law. That's a statute. You can investigate that. There is the equal time provision that when you are given a license by the FCC, there's equal time provision. And growing up, Pat, you and I may have remembered watching TV in California, in LA, you would have citizens that would give their opinion on the evening news. Do you remember this?
Yes.
You know, and so someone would say there, hi, my name is Joyce Azerbaijan, and, you know, I live over here, and I have an opinion about this. And she would read a statement, and we'd say, the opinions of citizens are not necessarily the opinion of the network itself, however, are presented to give equal time. And that's what it used to be. All of that has been basically unenforced. And if you unenforce the speed limit, everybody is suddenly driving 80 miles an hour on I-95. Guess what? That's what happens. So if you don't enforce this, then you get this. I wish Trump, rather than making it almost feel, the door's kind of open with his statement here where people could say, oh, you're just being retaliatory, you're going after this. He's right on certain things, like giving percents about the stories that were never, but I wish he had mentioned the equal time. They are not giving equal time. There were supposed to be equal time provisions. There were supposed to be things, and a lobbying, and it was like, this is a paid statement. The people that are selling bamboo steamers and Ginsu knives, they had to put those things, remember this, Vinny? They said, this is a paid advertisement for Ginsu. And you had to say it was a paid advertisement. Well, now you do have politics coming in and basically paying to get people on and doing things. So I wish Trump had been taken more to the hoop as saying they're going to lose their license if they're going to be biased one place and they're just going to be a tool and they're not going to be following the equal time provision and the other things. I think they could lose their license. The way he said it kind of made it sound like angry and I'm going after you.
Very good point, Rob. Can you go to ChatGPT and type the following thing? Is there equal time provision given by the FCC license? Just type in, is there equal time given by FCC license? Okay. Watch what comes up. Tom's making a very, very good point here. So if you go to the history of it, 1934, equal time, okay, established under Commission Acts of 1934 and enforced by the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, requires that U.S. broadcast TV and radio give equal opportunity to all legally qualified political candidates for the same office if they request it. This doesn't mean equal airtime automatically. It applies when a station sells or gives airtime to one candidate, then they must offer the same terms, time, rates, and conditions to others as well. Now, obviously, none of that is accurate with what happened with NBC and CBS and ABC. Now, if they choose to go after them, it's going to be a very slippery slope on what happens here. There's the good and there's the bad here. Let me tell you what the good and the bad is here. The good is they're going to be held accountable. That's the good. The bad is when the Democrats get elected, the same pressure's coming back again. Just letting you know. So this is great right now. Conservatives, Republicans, oh my God, let me tell you, Google was at the White House for Trump's inauguration. They gave $2 million, $1 million. Bezos was there and YouTube was there. Oh my God, I see you guys in our search all the time. And we, it's a spot. So everybody's there, right? Facebook, I'm giving $2 million for the party and ceremony. Is that how they're going to be when the Dems win the White House? Are they going to show up the same way? I don't know. Are they going to be like, hey, you guys got to do something about that? I don't know. I hope America doesn't have a short-term memory and doesn't forget when the Twitter files and everything came out, seeing that Biden was asking Twitter and others on what to do. We've never had YouTube files. We've never had Google files. We've never had any of these other files. We've only had Twitter files because a guy bought it named Elon Musk, right? So as much as we're going through this, I want accountability of that taking place. The Dems are going to remember when they come to office, they're going to be targeting people left and right in ways we've not seen before if Trump pushes extremely hard on everything. It may be good while he's president, and maybe even if a Republican wins the next 2 terms, but eventually Democrats' turns is going to come, and they're going to play ball in a major way. So whatever way they make these changes, I hope it's permanent changes. It's not temporary changes. Vinny, you look like you want to say something.
I think it should be permanent because think of, and you made a great point earlier. Now, if somebody says something anywhere, person, live, television, network, Tom, I could go right on my phone and be like, no, you're actually right, or you're actually wrong. Think about for how long, how many decades we had it where whatever that channel told us, it was fact. Whatever that channel told us, it was fact. And I love the fact about accountability because in all fairness, nobody's ever been gone after as much as he has. And like, for instance, like the networks knowingly, CNN, knowing Russia was all BS, Pat, and getting paid to do it. And look what they did. They destroyed people's lives. I still don't, I have people in my life that I love that still won't talk to me because of what they brainwashed them to think that this guy was Hitler, that this guy was a Nazi. And a great point, Adam, that they downplayed that word. The left made the word Hitler and Nazi, those words, kind of like, whatever. If Hitler's like Trump, then what?
Yeah.
He liked it's unbelievable. And the main one, COVID. How are none of these networks, how is nobody at CNN, MSNBC going to get in trouble at all? Was anybody held accountable, Pat, for somebody, Cuomo, all these guys, go in front of a camera and making people saying, if you don't get this experimental crap in your body, you're the enemy. They literally call this enemy. So now, with myocarditis and sudden death is on a freaking on a rise, is anybody going to get held accountable?
I think that's the right place to go after. I think that's the right place to go after because, anchors and journalists played doctor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They played doctor, and they told you what to do, or else, boom. If you don't have a bed, too bad. Die.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Kimmel, I don't know who said it. I think
Kimmel, bye-bye, Wheezy.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Wheezy.
So, these are the things that you should go after because to me, that was the American people. Okay, that was the American people. The more he goes and targets those stories that are emotional to the voter, I think that's the right move. This is more emotional to you. I think you won. Let me put it to you this way. I don't know any other way to put it. Forget about how when we won the hockey, the what's the name of that?
Cup?
No, not Stanley Cup. The way U.S.-Russia was a U.S.-Russia, right? What is the game?
That was the
Miracle on
Olympics.
Ice.
The Miracle on
Yeah,
Ice,
the
right?
Olympic, yeah.
Forget about that.
Yeah.
Forget about the comeback of the Red Sox. Forget about the comeback of, you can go and look at all of these stories. There's never in the history of mankind been a bigger comeback than what the president did. Never.
Oh, yeah.
It does not exist. That's number one. You won. Now go fight for the people like you're doing. So my focus will be, you make a very good point, go after that story.
Yep.
Target that. So if this is an angle to go there, go do it. And I actually think he should pursue this as well. But I think Tom's right, maybe messaging to be in a little bit more of, these guys play doctor and they're not doctors. You're not a doctor. What are you doing telling other people? We'll bring the experts. Podcasters will bring experts and talk. Here's what I take. Here's what I take. Here's what I take. You better or else. Yeah. Little too problematic. Adam, thoughts?
Yeah. Well, regarding Trump versus the media, I used to get really upset with Trump in 2016 when he would attack the media. You're fake news. He would say things like the media is the enemy of the people.
Yeah.
And I was, what? I mean, this is 10 years ago almost. What, is this guy for real? What is he?
That was 2 months ago. No,
Well, when
that
he
was
first came out,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
And the media would say, this is what Stalin used to use. This is what autocrats and dictators. And for people that basically had TDS or were developing TDS at the time, it started to break people's brains. And I admit, I was like, what is this guy? What? Media is what do they call it? The fourth estate. Like, this is what keeps people in check.
Yeah.
And what I realized slowly but surely is that he was actually right. Trump wears the hat. Trump was right about everything. The media they were not journalists anymore. They became activists. And no, you always hear about the weaponization of justice. The weaponization of justice. I can't believe he's attacking, his critics. What about the weaponization of media? He talked about in this story here, 92 to 97% negative. Well, if you just do it based on approval ratings, just that alone, at the very least, it should be 40, 50-50, 40-60 based on approval ratings. But 92 to 97% negative coverage. And we saw it play out over the media, but we saw it play out even more on late night comedy. 100% of the jokes and the guests were all on the left. And if they had a guest, it'd be freaking Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
Who was heading the January 6th committee. So to me, it's all fabricated, it's all fake. And I will say, Fox News does this on the right, but not as bad as they do on the left.
Yeah, but but you make a good point. But at the same token, it's like and get it. I get it. They're going to a certain audience. They're going for the Republicans, and the left is going to the left. But I've never seen them like push a hoax or like a fake thing. Like what were they pushing?
They did kind of push that Dominion thing a little bit. They had to pay almost $1 billion for that.
Yeah, but
so that came to bite them in the
that's
butt.
a legal thing. But as we've learned, you can hack any machine. Because we had a guest on here that proved it. Court is a whole different thing, but yeah.
Once a year we get together. I can't wait to see everybody this year. This is going to be the biggest one by a mile. Record-breaking attendance coming to this event here from all over the world. 3.5-day strategy session, business, all the stuff that we'll be doing. It's a very unique experience if you haven't been to it. Orlando Gaylord, if you want to get registered, go to thevaultconference.com. This year's sponsor, the title sponsor of this entire event is Goliath Ventures, founder Chris Delgado. We've spent a lot of time with these guys. They've come to Yankees games with us. They've been coming to Vault conferences for the last God knows how many years. Goliath was founded in 2019, a private global equity firm focused on blockchain and decentralized finance, built on 3 pillars: technology, opportunity, and community. Core belief: blockchain is the foundation of a generational wealth shift. You can go search them, Goliath Ventures, Inc.com, to learn more about them. They'll be at the Vault conference all over the place. But tonight, those of you that bought the ticket that are coming here, I told you it's going to be special. I'm going to whisper you for the last time. If you're around the Florida area, you want to come to the networking event tonight on the campus. Do you know we're going to have Ferrari SP3s here? I don't know if you know what an SP3 is. Rob, can you pull up what an SP3 is? Ferrari SP3. You're talking about Ferrari SP3.
It's a modern homage to a classic shape.
Finding this car, Vinny.
Holy moly.
It's a $5 million car. It'll be on the lot.
It's just pulling up.
We will have a LaFerrari on the lot. We will have multiple $5 million cars on the lot for you to come by and see. You'll have Senna's 1989 McLaren car. You'll have jets to get on and see for some of you guys that have CEOs and founder tickets. You will see the hangar opened up, bunch of new things that nobody's seen before. Anybody that's a platinum and an executive, you'll get a tour. Founders and CEOs, you'll get a tour from me. And then right afterwards, anybody that's platinum and executive up, you will be able to go to the cigar lounge to hang out with each other, have drinks, have conversations at the boardroom, obviously on the other side, and then platinum will be on the back. The members, boardroom members, but you'll get a chance to actually see the cigar lounge. This is the manual, by the way, Rob, if you want to play this clip. This year's Vault Conference. For those of you guys that are going to the Vault Conference, manual is here. This year it is 296 pages.
Holy moly.
Oh
sick.
My goodness. We cannot wait to go through this with all of you at
wow, that looks amazing.
the Vault Conference. You know when we start working on this manual? A week after the Vault ends for next year. That's when we start working on next year's conference. Yeah, so we can't wait to see everybody. Anyways, if you haven't yet registered, pretty much last chance. 12 days left to the event. Go to thevaultconference.com. Again, go to thevaultconference.com. It's becoming the #1 business event for serious growth because you actually get strategies on how to take your business and your life to the next level. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.